Welcome to It Ain't Giving, starring your hosts, Noella Fierce and...
Miss Chomonier Lacroix.
Yes, what's not giving for you, mama?
Well, I kind of was just going off at the mouth recently about this whole quote unquote trans boxer that everybody wants to talk about. I don't know if I'm pronouncing her name right. Amon Khalif. Uh, beat that white bitch's ass, and
In under a minute.
everybody wants to scream and cry. That's a man. That's a man. That's a biological man. That is a trans woman fighting against a biological woman and has unfair odds. But then the people actually hosting the Olympics said no. She was born a woman. She's a biological woman. Because there are people spreading misinformation on Miss, formerly known as Twitter, but now it's called X, where you can just post anything and it's fact and people will run with it. And you're basically just refuting lies. So here I am, minding my own business, a non-trans athlete. I am just trans, and I'm having people message me about how do I feel about trans people in sports. And I'm just like lost at words that people are, I don't even know. Like, why are you, first of all, I'm not a trans athlete. I'm a trans model. So I ain't competing in that way. Secondly, you're not a medical professional, neither am I. So what the fuck does our opinion even matter? I am not a
Right.
medical doctor administering hormone replacement therapy to multiple different trans people to be able to see for myself the effects that it has on each individual person and discern. Yes, there are some biological changes that may give you a disadvantage or a advantage taking said testosterone or estrogen for whichever transition you're going for and da 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 da. But we're not. We're not medical professionals. We didn't go to school for that. So what the fuck does my opinion have to do with anything? Is it just because I'm trans? And it felt almost like I had to tap dance for him because I already knew what side he was on. I looked at his story and posted like in quotations, "This is heartbreaking," and it's like a white woman crying, and I'm just like, here we go. White woman tears will literally be the downfall of any person of color, because here it is, a person of color beats a white woman and all of a sudden she's a man immediately,
Right.
and she's not. And that's the
Literally a
part that
biological
irks me.
woman.
Huh?
Literally a biological woman, but they causing all this riffraff just because that bitch got beat up in under a minute.
Just
And
because
it's like...
she has features that are stereotypically more masculine to some people, they're just, oh, I'm gonna clock this person. This is a trans person. When you start to think that any person is trans around you, that's just hysteria. Like, you're fucking delusional. Like, you're walking around and you're just imagining every woman around you possibly has a penis. And I think that's weird.
Right. That's
I
very
think you're
weird. These
very
bitches are so
strange.
fucking weird.
You're very strange, honestly. I think that's where we've gotten in society, where the transphobia has gotten so blatant that it's starting to affect biological women that were born women and have only lived life as a woman, and they may not fit the standard of a biological woman. They don't fit in that narrow box. They're experiencing transphobia to this extent.
Right.
It's
And
not
that's why I don't
affecting just trans people
understand.
now.
Yep, and I don't. That's why I never understand why some of these bird brain bitches, they just perform transphobia when the shit affects them too. Like, you being transphobic, this da 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 da. Next day, somebody gonna be calling you a man just because you went outside without makeup on. Like,
Oh, you're a
this
little
shit
bit taller.
affects
You have
everybody.
broad shoulders. Oh, I think you
Yeah,
might be a man. I think you
it's
might
like,
have a
I
dick.
think you're actually
I think you were
not
born
who
with a
you
penis.
think you are. It's
And
like this shit just, it's so just, I hate it. I hate it all. Just let bitches live.
yeah,
Like, what happened to this being the land of the free?
because
Is
it was
it that
never.
or is it not?
It was
Because
never.
it never was.
It
Not for
never was.
us,
Land of
especially.
the free for the white man.
it was only land of the free for the white man. It still
What?
is.
And like that's I won't even get into like actually no, it's the
Let's get
fact
into
that
it.
some of these people aren't even using the common sense. I did like maybe 2 minutes of research. I looked up Algeria. I was like, is it legal to be trans or gay in Algeria? It said it is illegal. You will be imprisoned. Hormone replacement is illegal. You can't, so the doctors there won't even do it if you ask them. Um, and not only that, it's a country where if you speak positively about gay people, say, I think gay people should have rights and not be discriminated in this country, they will put you in jail. It is a
So
predominantly
what's
conservative
Yep.
Muslim country. What makes you think they will send a trans person to represent their country in the Olympics for the world to see? Let's just use a little bit of critical thinking.
It's just complete reactionary thinking and just lack of critical thinking, um, just showcased throughout the entire internet right now, pretty much.
They
But
see
girl,
something, they see trigger words, they see biological man beats
mm-hmm.
biological woman, and they see
And
a
they
white
just
woman
all run
crying
with it.
and immediately run with it. They do no research, and it's quite damaging. And a lot of these people aren't going to retract what they say, and
Mm-hmm.
uh like y'all
J.K.
really need to
Rowling looking
be
at you, you
giving
dumb
y'all need to
bitch.
be giving that boxer her flowers. No shade.
Yeah, y'all all need to be apologizing
Sorry.
profusely.
And there's a lot of people now, instead of being like, oh, she was born a woman. Well, there was a study that said that she had X and Y chromosomes and da, da, da. I'm like, so why are we moving the goalpost? The first thing was biological men shouldn't be fighting against biological women. We say that she's a biological woman. Now she has XY chromosomes. We're moving the goalposts.
Mhm.
We've moved the goalpost. That's like, and even we don't even know 100% if she does have XY chromosomes. These are random statements being thrown out by news articles that I do not trust. Fox, no shade, is one of them, and multiple others that are not reputable sources for any of the information that they put out. So I'm like, I don't
And
even know.
even some of her competitors that she beat their fucking asses, they was talking shit on their Instagram stories too, posting fucking AI images of Iman as like some bull and then like a petite woman like fighting. Like
Really?
meanwhile, the person that she just beat or yesterday or the day before,
Mm-hmm.
they have a more quote unquote masculine body. They're more
Mm-hmm.
built, they got more muscles on them, thicker thighs, thicker calves,
Mm-hmm.
but you're calling this woman a man. You
And
built
enough.
just like a man too, baby. Like if you were gonna call a
Exactly.
spade, call it what it is.
Exactly. And another
Like
thing
this is
is it's the fact that there's multiple women that like will win like a certain category, and like say for Iman's cases, she apparently lost multiple times like before she
mhm,
had won, and when she won, now it's she's a man, that was unfair, da 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 da.
right.
She had lost every other fight before this. I was like, but when she wins, it's and I can't imagine how she probably feels to like kind of be the underdog and lose all the time, and then the one time you do win, they're just like, "That wasn't valid. You're a man." Da 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 da. Da." That is
Hmm.
crazy. That is
She
actually
can't
crazy.
even like celebrate her own winning at a fucking Olympics. Like
And
that's
I've
like some of
also
the greatest achievements you can achieve, and it's taken away from her like immediately
exactly
because people just want to throw shit and not
she
do any
won, but
type
she
of
can't enjoy
research.
it because everybody thinks she's a fucking man. And
Mm.
a lot of other women that perform at the highest of their said category that is a physical sport, a lot of the times they're immediately just called a man because they're just more masculine looking
Yep,
because they develop
because
the
they're
muscle
muscular.
and it's just like
It's like if you're gonna, you have to be built like that to do these sports. Like I don't.
it's
Do you want to
almost
watch the Olympics or not? Like, because like the athletes are just gonna have to look like this to perform at the best level that they can.
it's
Like
It's almost like we forgot the whole part of sports is the fact that we all have genetic differences. It's kind of like Shaq being like 6 foot, however, it's like, oh, it's unfair
Like
that his
seven, he's seven
hands are the
foot
size
something.
of like his hand, he could grip a basketball and he's 6'7" and da da da. And it's like it's almost like we all have genetic differences that give us advantages to be the best person in the fucking world at that sport. That's kind of the
Hmm.
whole point.
That's
And
the
it's
whole
the fact
point of
that
the
she's a
Olympics, to find
biological
who is the
woman.
best.
Yes, like this is the best of the best. So the fact that like we're sitting here and being upset at women for being the best of the best at their said sport, and they may not fit the set standard of what you think a woman looks like, and they automatically get discredited, even though like the whole point of being in the sport is we kind of have genetic differences that give us an advantage. Like we're losing the plot.
Yeah.
We're losing the plot. Like, I don't know. And I don't see that happening to men in sports. Like literally, that's why I use the example of like Shaq or whatever. What's Michael Phelps? His wingspan is fucking ginormous. No one's
Yeah, his
sitting
wingspan's
there.
like 3 inches longer than the length of his body, which
That's
is
why I'm
like
like,
crazy.
why is men not being persecuted in their literal physical differences that give them that advantage? Like it's their genetics. But when women have that, it's you're a man. You're a man competing in women's sports. You have an unfair advantage. Okay. It's just misogyny. That's what I'm just saying at the end of the day. It's all
Yep,
just affecting
misogyny,
women.
misogynoir.
It's all affecting women at the end of the day. And the transphobia that you all are spilling not only affects trans people, but it affects cis women like Amon Khalif. So,
It affects your
um,
daughters, it affects your wives, it affects your
yes,
mothers, it affects your like
yes. This doesn't only affect trans people. This is all to affect at the end of the day women and put us at the shit end of the stick. And I need everyone to dismantle all of that and do a little bit of critical thinking and not immediately jump on a bandwagon to just hate something because they don't fucking understand. I need that from everybody at this point. Like
expeditiously.
that part. That part. And yeah, no, I kind of went in and talked about that dude. There was like a man that I had talked to about said topic. Um he had
He
messaged
wanted to
me.
talk to you about it, yeah.
He wanted to call me. He was like, "Hey, babe, could you call me on the phone?" Da, da, da. And I was like, "Call you on the phone?" I was like, "Okay, so first of all, I don't even know you like that. I met him once in the club through some mutual friends that I have, and I'm closer to those friends than I am to this person. I just met them randomly, and he's just like, call me. So I'm like, first of all, I don't know you. I'm not calling you. Second, what do you want to fucking talk to me on the phone for? When we've never talked before. The only thing prior that he's talked to me, he was hyping me up on my story because I looked good the fuck per. And he said, okay. And he liked the story. So I'm just like, I already knew something wasn't sitting right. I was like, something weird happening. I don't know. Like, I very much just mind my business and don't give a fuck about what other people be doing. And then this motherfucker over here messaging me, and I was like, something don't feel right. So I was like, hey, Pookie, what you want to talk to me on the phone about? This motherfucker gonna send me a paragraph basically being like, how do you feel about trans people in the goddamn fucking uh women's sports? And I'm just like, just for the said trans person to not even be trans. So I just went off on my story and there was a lot of people that unfollowed, and I guess they couldn't take the heat and they felt called out. But like
Mhm.
she
It
wasn't even
needed to be
trans.
said.
It needed to be said
Right.
and she wasn't even trans. So why the fuck do y'all like, it's just showing that those people weren't even for me. And then I just recently had a TikTok that I posted go a little like viral, and I replaced those followers that I lost the very next day. So I was like, you
Hmm.
will not be missed. Flop.
Period.
Keep the transphobia over there. Like, but yeah, no, he tried to give me like a little aha moment, and I really ate him up in the nicest way possible. Um, In the nicest way possible. I ate the motherfucker up. But regardless to say, y'all need to work on the transphobia. And I want to segue to
Mm,
Noella talking about her fun weekend with their good Judith. Miss Judith
yes.
Steinlen. That's my joke.
Me and Judith, we went to the Wisconsin State Fair on Friday, which was so much fun. Basically, the Wisconsin State Fair is just like it's a giant fair slash amusement park slash like vendor. Like you can just try a bunch of different foods, a bunch
Mhm.
of different products. So much
Love
fried
me some
shit.
food. I love
There's
it.
like bug tacos. There's alligator
You said
meat that you
bug
can try.
tacos?
Yes, there's like they had like a bug smoothie. I didn't try none of this, by the way, but I saw like all these dishes. Oh, I should have I have the sheet of paper that like has all the specialty items, but
Hmm.
there's so many. It's probably like 100 items on there,
Hmm.
100 different items that you could try
Not the
throughout the
bugs.
park. I didn't do no bug tacos this year. I think the only specialty item that I really tried
This
was
year?
yeah, I did a few years ago. I did try a bug taco, and the bugs don't really taste like anything. It's just like kind of dry, and then you get the texture of the bug, but like the taste itself, it's kind of like I don't know. I don't even know how to describe it because it's just like tasted like nothing. I really just tasted the tortilla and like the sauces they had.
Mm.
But yeah, so we walked around for a few hours. We bought some things from some vendors. I bought, where is it? Oh my God, where is it? Oh, here it is. I bought this fan.
Uh,
It's traditional African fan, which folds up.
she said, baby, I'm hot. I gotta fan myself while I'm out here.
Yes, it folds up, so it's compact as well.
Yeah.
Love that. I was using that
Yeah.
all day. It's just like,
It looked like it would work good too.
oh yeah, nice little
Clap it.
breeze. It's
Clap it.
needed. And then the other thing I bought was this portable chair. I got it in pink because femme.
Yeah.
So you just like open it. Oh god, and then oh, got a good grip on it. There's these two holes on the top and bottom.
Hmm.
You just got to pinch them, open, and then twist, and it locks in. And now you have a chair anywhere. And I use these
Hmm.
all. We both use these because we both bought one because it was cheaper if you buy two.
Hmm.
So I got one, she got one, and we would just like get tired of standing and walking, and we're just like, we're just gonna pop a spot here, just like in the middle of the park while everybody's like walking around us. It's
That
like,
would be
yeah,
ch- that would be perfect if you're trying to ride a ride and it's really long. You just pop a squat.
mm-hmm. They're kind of heavy, but like it's so worth it just to be able
There's
to
like a
like
little
sit
strappy
down.
thing. You can like strap it on
There
your body.
is, yes, there
Oh,
is.
that's cute. Yeah, you can just strap it on your body and just walk with it. Period.
Yeah, it probably weighs like 3 to 4 pounds, or
That's not
maybe
bad.
even less. Yeah. And then after a bunch of walking around in the pavilions, walking like down the center of the street, we walked all the way down to the amusement park and back. We didn't ride any rides because it's mostly for babies. They don't
Hmm.
really have any adult centered rides there. So we walked there, walked right back, got some lemonade. The first thing I bought when I walked into the goddamn fairground was some cheese curds because that's the main reason I go there is for cheese curds, baby. I popped my lactate and let that,
Period.
swallowed it, and then I had some cheese curds. And they're, oh my god, they're
I've
so
never
good.
had a Wisconsin cheese curd.
It is the best cheese curd you will have in your. It is, ooh, fried cheese. That's all it
Mm.
is. It's just fried cheese, but it is so good.
So
And
it
then I
sounds
had
like I
a
need to go to Illinois and
yes.
Wisconsin
You need to
for
come next year. Me,
for
you,
for,
Judy.
for
Period.
August.
Yes.
Oh.
I think it's August 1st through the 11th. That's
Mm.
or maybe the 4th. No, I think it's August 1st through the 11th.
Mm.
But I might be going again this year with a certain somebody. Um, to be determined. But we'll see because that would be a cute date. But
It
anyway,
would be.
moving on. So after all that, bunch of walking, bunch of eating. I was stuffed. Judy actually like started to not feel well towards the end of the day. But she collected herself, gathered her bearings, and we still went to the concert together. I was like, "Oh, girl, please don't miss this concert because I paid for a ticket." But if she needed to go, that would have been fine.
Right.
Or just like sit in the car while I go to the concert.
Mm-hmm.
But she got herself together, and we went to go see Jordan Sparks and TLC. I
Period.
got the tour shirt and the little tote bag that they were selling. Bitch, don't you fucking try me.
It's about to
I
come
swear,
back.
if this background falls down again, I'm gonna lose my shit.
Gag.
But no. So Jordan Sparks, Mama, if you see this somehow any day, you ate that. You sang and tore the house down with that voice, Mama. Oh, I was so gagged. I was a little tipsy because I got this very strong drink right before we walked in. It was just like straight up like cherry rum or something. It was just
Look.
straight alcohol, and it was fit.
Look.
It was like a cup this big, just filled with alcohol. So it had to be like 4 or 5 shots in there. So I got real fucked up, real bad. But I
Real
kind of
bad.
liked it because it made me so loose during the concert. I was just like feeling my
Like,
buzz.
yeah.
I was like, oh my God, you guys sound so good. I'm having such a fun time. I turned to Judith. I'm like, I'm so glad you came here with me, Judith. I was getting my life. So all that to say is that I need to go out more and
Yes.
live this young, beautiful femme life of mine.
Yeah.
And just, it felt so freeing. I don't want to, say that you should use substances to, but it did help me open up and just like be myself completely authentically. And I did not give a shit what any of these people around me thought. They were all like they were all like millennials and above. And me and Judith were like the two youngest people there. But yeah, I didn't even know probably like maybe like 2-3 songs from each artist, but I got every single iota of my life. Oh, I just need to go to more concerts. I need to go to more bars. I need to just be around more people.
That's what I've been wanting
That
you
was so
to
fun.
do is get yourself like just put yourself out there more recently. That's what I've been doing. And I've just been like
I'm gonna
so
start doing
happy
that.
with it that like that's why I'm like, I want my other girls to do it, you know?
I'm about to
And
start doing that on my days off. It's like
yes.
I ain't doing nothing but sitting and girl riding in the bed. So
And like
and then yeah.
for me, it was hard for me to go out just because felt like I didn't have friends that like to go out. So like if Judith is going out type of girl, then by all means go out with Judith. But what I had to do is I had to go find friends that go out and just make friends. So I went out by myself and I met
But that's so
Courtney.
scary.
It is scary, but I went out by myself and I met Courtney and I'm honestly
I would love to make
it
more
makes me
friends.
really, really upset to know that if I didn't do that night, I would have never met her.
Yeah.
It
No,
makes me like
that's crazy. That's such a
my hormones make me want to cry thinking about it, but like I'm not gonna cry.
Mm-hmm.
But like put yourself out
Yeah.
there, sister. I'm trying not to cry. What the fuck?
Girl, let it out if you need to. We'll get more views. I'm just kidding. No, that's
Um,
beautiful. Oh, mama.
I need a
I wish I could give you a
tissue.
hug right now. She may be
Oh,
tearing up, but she still looks flawless. Clock it.
okay. I don't think
Mm-hmm.
I have any.
You ain't got no tissues?
I don't think so.
Damn, girl.
Oh, I got Q-tips.
Monkey tits is giving that Wendy Williams meme like she held them up to her eyes.
Um,
Uh, but yeah, so Jordan Sparks was the first. She was the opener for TLC. She did a cute little 45 to an hour set, which had me up almost the entire time. I think I sat down maybe like once, but it wasn't because I just needed to rest a little bit. But it wasn't because she was bad or nothing. She gagged me multiple times with her voice.
Okay.
And her stage presence was so welcoming, so just like her aura was just like shining through on that stage that
Mm-hmm.
because I haven't been to many concerts, it was kind of small, but that's just
Yeah.
because I haven't been to many concerts. My um whatchamacallit, my reference for concerts is literally Beyonce's stadium Renaissance tour, and that is just unrealistic for every artist to have that caliber. So
Hmm.
take that with a grain of salt. It was a beautiful stage, simple, concise, and then so she closes out. She sung a few covers that I really loved. She covered Tyla's Water, which that made me. I was sitting there, I was like, let me stand up because I love that song. And she sounded so good singing it. And then she also sang Money Long's Made for Me. And
Hmm.
ooh, she sounded so good on both of those. And I have some clips. I might post, I'll probably will post them maybe to TikTok. We'll see. I might just I didn't really record too much of myself. I had a few videos that I sent to show, but
Hmm.
that's about it.
Yeah.
But I'm not there yet to where I just feel like comfortable to be like, blah, 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 at the fair, blah, blah, blah. I've never been that type of girl.
Yeah.
Um, when I did do that, we found a spot off to the side where there's no high traffic. So we could just have a moment to collect ourselves, gather our bearings, because it was very hot, very humid. So it's let's just sit down. And I think we got a coffee. I got a frappe, and she got a latte, and we just sat down and cooled off. She got an iced latte, and I got a caramel frap, and it was
Period.
actually really good.
Mm.
And that's the first time I've had, but because I had the lactate, it's fine.
Like I can't have it. I love having my
So,
latte baby. Mm.
and I still got a bunch left. I only had two lactates the whole day, and I was straight the whole day
Period. I
because
usually need
dairy
more,
doesn't.
but
Yeah, dairy doesn't fuck me up, but it does like it messes me up a little bit. Like I'll
dairy
feel it the
fucks me
next
up.
day or at the
Dairy,
end of the day. If I didn't have that lactate, I would have been so fucked up yesterday.
dairy fucks me
And
up
I had to
for
work
sure.
yesterday, so I was like, I'm not playing that.
Yeah, no, dairy
I
fucks me
wasn't.
up for sure.
Yeah, I'm like lactose intolerant, soft
The light,
version.
the light version. Mine's like
Yeah,
medium to
the
heavy.
LTE.
Mine's
Hmm.
medium to heavy, like just a little bit. I'm like, I'm already gassy. And if I eat a lot and I don't take it, I'm throwing up. Like I will be
Ooh,
vomiting. Mm-hmm.
yeah. And then I also got this little ring at one of the concession stands to kind of
Period.
commemorate the year.
Yeah.
I got some bracelets last year from 2023's Wisconsin State Fair, and then I got this ring this year.
Mm.
You know, the one thing I forgot to do, and it's probably because I got drunk towards the end of the day, was buy a purse. I was trying to make that
Mm.
a little thing that I do every year is buy a purse there
Period.
just to remember the year. Because last year I got two or three purses, but I didn't get any of the purses this year. And there was one that I really wanted. It looked cute. Might Maybe I'll get it when I may or may not go back in a few
With
days
with said person.
with somebody undisclosed. Who knows? We're keeping tabs on what may happen for the
Mm.
future of Noella's love life. But
I wanted this to flourish. That's what I'm putting out in the universe for it. But yeah.
I want to flourish too. I want to flourish
Mhm.
too. We're in the talking stage right now,
Yes.
but
Figuring out how they feel about each other, rekindling what they had or whatever.
yeah, we did some talking in the past, and it was
Classic.
fun. And then I don't know what happened.
Just
He
disappeared.
disappeared,
Just
but then
disappeared.
he reappeared, and I was like, oh, I remember having strong feelings for this man. Let me,
Hmm.
give him another chance. And so far, he's been he's kind of gagged me a little bit
Really?
with how opened he's been with me about
Hmm.
everything, and just how much he wants to be with me. I was like, oh, okay, gag.
Oh, that's how I feel with this other dude. I was like kind of gagged when we had we went on like a little coffee date and no dude has ever wanted to go out in a public space to
Mm-hmm.
I guess conversate with me. He was he was bringing it up almost like I wouldn't want to hang out with him. He was like, I don't know if you're busy, but we could like get coffee or something, or if you just want to like get your things and like just go or whatever. And I was like, we can have coffee. And then we
Hmm.
sat at the table and like he told me how he felt about me and like where he wanted to go. And I was like, I'm very shocked that you're even saying this. Like, I was very surprised
You're
just
right.
because I felt
I was
the
super shocked as
opposite.
well.
Yeah, I just
Hmm.
felt like the opposite, like they felt.
Because as
No,
soon as I like mentioned the going to the Wisconsin State Fair with Judith, he was like, "Oh my God, I would love to go with you." I was like, "Well, it doesn't end till the 11th. Maybe I'll go twice."
yeah, no, I was gagged. This is like,
You
where this
know,
coming from?
come
Where all this
on,
coming
not us being in our lover girl era. Oh
from?
Lord, I'm ready for it though.
Me too.
I'm ready. I'm ready to accept and receive love
Me
from
too.
one man.
I do be a little, I wouldn't say I'm damaged goods, but I do have some things I need to work on myself. Just because all these men play games, I just feel like they're all fucking lying. So like, whenever he says stuff, I just don't believe him, and then like he like does that thing, and then I'm just like, oh,
I'm the same way. So
I'm
I've
kind of
been
I'm kind of gagged that
been
like
messed over so many times by so many boys and men. It's like, ugh.
it's like just shut up and let me put it in. Like you're doing too much.
Oh,
Ooh.
come on, Femtop. Love that.
Oh, they do too much. I'd be like, shut up.
It's just like, let me just do what I gotta do and just
Literally, because
keep it
I'm like, you
quiet.
don't want to do all that. Let me just go on and shut you up. But then this one is different. He like
He talk
and
back.
like
Oh,
and like we haven't had sex yet, and I've known him for like months.
mm-hmm.
And like I've I don't do that. not not to like call myself a hoe or whatever, but like the expectation for men is to kind of put out relatively early. So I put out relatively early. I put
Hmm.
out when I want to put out. Let's just say that. And like
Right. I'm the same.
it's the fact that like it's been months and like no advancements. He's very respectful. I
It's
don't know.
everything. No, this
Yeah.
man that I've been talking to, even when we were talking, we never met up yet. So that's the tea with that. We never even met up yet, but like there was a obvious connection there, and then he disappeared off the face of the planet, and then he reappeared, and then disappeared again. But I think it's
Mm.
just because the never mind.
Ooh, be
I
careful
don't
with
want to get
those
into
ones.
it.
The ones that disappear and reappear, be careful with those ones. I dealt with that.
Yeah.
I had one like that, and ooh, I was madly in love with him, but I had to let him go because he was just
Hmm.
disappearing and reappearing too much. Ooh,
My expectations are, low, but
low.
if something happens, it'll happen.
Period. You'll be
And I'll
surprised.
accept it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Anyways, y'all, we done filled this time out real quick. This shit went by so fast.
No, literally, I'm like, we at the time, baby. We talked about our
Did we
topics.
talk about everything?
Yeah, that's
Period.
everything, girl.
Oh, we ate that.
Yeah, we know that's
Time just flew
everything.
by.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, y'all know where to find us at this point. Whoever's listening to this right now, y'all know where to find us.
Yeah, y'all know where to find us. Y'all probably already following us. So,
Linktree.com/ it ain't given. Period. You'll
watch
find
your
everything you need to
hands.
find right there.
Yup.
But yeah, what has been giving for me? I'll end it off with this, with
I
a little closing
forgot what
segment.
is
So,
giving.
what is giving for me is me being, finally ready to accept and receive romantic partnership. It's
Period.
new and it's a little scary,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm ready to explore this new side of me.
Period.
Yes. Yes.
What's giving for me is it's like kind of lower level, like just like, oh, I'm working on something and it's finally paying off. Um, she finally posted on TikTok again, but like for different stuff because initially I posted stuff on TikTok that was like gaming content and it kind of pigeonholed me to that and I couldn't do like modeling or fashion stuff because I also did that, and I feel like I want to kind of focus on that. And I posted a TikTok of like my transition with some of my modeling pictures, and it did pretty well. I did some numbers, so
Got almost 5,000 likes, girl. It's
yeah.
crazy.
Well, more than
For
5,000 now, I think.
oh damn,
I think it's
last
at
time I
like
checked, it was like
8,000 likes and almost 50,000 views.
I get
And I'm gonna make another video similar to like that one,
period.
and then trying to have the girls and the guys do their transition, pictures. Try to
I
make it a
tried, but she clocked me and said you did
you
this
did it
shit wrong.
wrong.
And I was like, well, I'm just gonna delete it. And I
It's
even tried to
it's
do another version
it's
because I'm like,
it's
I'm over it.
stock picture
I
transition.
was over
Good.
it. I was like, I'm not doing this shit again. This is already too much
You can
work.
do it.
And I
You can
worked two
do it.
jobs,
You
baby.
can do it.
I was like, I worked two jobs already, baby.
You can do it. It's so easy.
We'll see.
Anyways, that's what's giving. Trying to
Yes,
gain some relevancy in the social sphere, make my digital footprint bigger, and create a name for myself to not only boost myself up and put me in places where I can get on a fucking runway and walk fashion weeks, but also boost numbers for this goddamn podcast and me and my sisters fucking make this shit like a full-time fucking job. So
clock it. That'll be
mhm,
everything.
yeah,
If I have to fucking do two jobs, and this being job number three, that'd be everything.
like it. So
But yes, follow us everywhere at It Ain't Giving. And period. Hope y'all have a wonderful week. Starting your week off with the girls, the dolls.
have a good week. Don't be
Yes,
transphobic and
clock it.
think things fully through before making a hard judgment on it.
Mm-hmm.
Do your
Google
research.
is free.
Google is free,
A
baby.
quick Google search will make you not look like Boo Boo the Fool in the future. All
Yes.
right. Bye, everybody.
Mwah.